Good morning, good morning. Oh, it is, I almost just said the words, finally Friday. And it is so far from Friday. We have so much to get done this week. And yeah, it's not Friday. It is a happy Monday, July 1st, the start of the new year. And the new year. My gosh, what am I talking about right now? The start of the new month, July. Listen, if you are not weather aware, I'll give these plugs now. We say these punchlines, weather aware, be weather ready, but we say it because there's a reason. It's insane in the tropics right now. If you are not in tune, you need to make sure you are watching meteorologist Candace Campos and meteorologist Jonathan Kakis, because they have been really explaining it like crazy. And meteorologist Jonathan Kakis was online live last night on YouTube, and I watched him before I went to bed. And just how he explained everything, you really never walk away with watching any of our weather team and are like, man, I don't know what's going on. No, if you watch any of those two, you are almost an auxiliary meteorologist, just the way they explain things. So be aware, there's some crazy stuff going on right now. Remember the whole WKMG hits the road thing? Well, it's still happening, and our next stop is downtown Orlando, and we are now combining two events this week, so it's probably going to be rather massive. We are going to be putting together fireworks at the fountain, and of course, WKMG News 6 hits the road, and we'll be having a great time. I am stressed merely about the idea of this week, but it's going to be all right. We're going to take one day at a time. We're going to knock it out. So we are going to be tackling today a traffic topic, an 8:30 stream. We're live here in the city of Orlando, right around Colonial and 408. Now, what we're going to see today can be seen in many other situations, but specifically this intersection because, hey, we're focusing on this area while we are out and about this week. So if you're joining us this morning, good morning. ClickOrlando.com, News 6 Plus, and the powerful News 6 application. That is what we have going on, and we are streaming there live. So we're going to be going out to Colonial and State Road 408. That intersection slammed busy all the time, and it is what I call the heart of our metro downtown Orlando area. It's gone under a lot of construction, some good, some not so good. Let's be real. There are markings of the intersection out there, trash, when you're getting off of I-4 to, when you're westbound I-4 and getting off at Colonial, absolutely horribly marked, but you guys are making it happen. Today, what are we talking about? You probably got the push alert and saw something about blue lights. Why are there blue lights at a local intersection that's not pulling you over, you're not merging to, or you're not having to stop your vehicle? So we are now, which direction are we going? We're eastbound Colonial Drive. We're going to hang out in the far left travel lane because we want to bypass this area. We're going to end up going east, we're going to end up coming west, and we're going to talk about a few things. But as you approach this intersection, you need to be kind of aware, right? We have 3 through lanes, 2 left turn lanes, and 1 far right turning lane. Then you come up, your eyes should then travel up to your travel signals, right? We have 2 left turn arrows. We have 3 straight traffic signals. And then we have a momentary or temporary no right on red traffic signal that is digital, that goes on and off. There are some other lights that have been indicated that were out here that I'm searching for because I haven't been able to find it. So we'll give it a second and we'll go through this light and we'll look for them. But if you're looking at the map right now and you're watching us, we do have a crash on the Florida Turnpike. It's going to be north of State Road 528. You can see there on the graph right now that traffic's pretty backed up. It is not a complete shutdown, but our producer Donovan making sure that we get that information out to you guys. If you're leaving the Kissimmee area, maybe headed towards the airport, you're going to want to add 10 extra minutes if you can, please, because those delays build up quick. But we're here getting ready to head east and go through this light. I want you to look for it with me, okay? I am looking for a small halogen or LED type light that is in the color of blue. Oh, you're probably going, blue light at an intersection. That is a blue light. So as we go through here, we're looking around. We're looking on top of other traffic signals, and we're seeing if we can spot this blue lights that the viewers have told me are out here. Now, I have not spotted one as we're going through east here. We're going underneath the pedestrian bridge, and we're getting ready to approach Orange Avenue. Still looking for the blue lights. And trying to see if I can spot any here. Still haven't spotted any here at this intersection. Interesting. So the viewer indicated that the lights were here. Now, I'm a little I'm saying interesting because I know obviously what the blue lights are for. And I want to show them to you, and I want to explain them to you guys. So no matter what, we're going to find some here, because I did see some at a different intersection as I was making my way out here. We'll give it another opportunity, and we're going to head west. We're going to pull a U-turn out here on Colonial, where it's safe to do so, obviously, and then get headed back the other direction. But it's just another thing that you should be paying attention to, and it should also solidify to you why I preach that we should be paying attention so much, even if you think it's the easiest thing in the world to do, because you guys ask the questions, and obviously it's not the easiest thing to do if I still have a job and we get to talk about this stuff. But technology is always advancing. They're always trying to make things a little easier for you, for the people who work out on the roads, whether it's our public service, waste management, United States Postal Service, our delivery folks, and of course our public service servants, which are like our firefighters, our first responders, our police officers. In order to understand what the traffic lights are doing, we have begun to install extra lights at the traffic lights. Now, I'm going to tell you something. These lights, once we start talking about them, have nothing to do with you. So I want you to stick with what we know. A traffic signal, 3 colors: green, yellow, red. You do not need to be concerned about the small blue indicating light that is located on some traffic lights. Now, we're headed westbound on Colonial. We're reevaluating the intersection because I just don't want to ditch the intersection. We went eastbound through here, and a viewer had said something about the blue lights up here. I'm focused on finding them because I do want to talk about them. They're very important, and I think they're interesting once you know a little bit about them. So we're right back here at our intersection, the intersection in question, westbound Colonial, right here at the intersection of I-4. Now, of course, we come to a safe distance. You never want to get too close to the car in front of you. We're a little higher, so it looks like we're super close, but we're not. We're doing pretty good this morning. Looking around, what do we see? We see 2 left turn lanes, 3 through lanes, and a laid down traffic signal with one of those temporary no right turn indicators. The light has turned green. I have not spotted the blue lights anywhere at this intersection. And I gave him the horn. So guys, my rule of thumb, if I can count to 4 and your car hasn't moved, you're going to get a courtesy tap from me, because at that point, you're the clown and you're impeding the flow of traffic. That is a nice unmarked Tahoe. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we're on the hunt, guys. We're looking for an Easter egg. We're on the hunt for these blue lights above traffic signals. We did not find them at the intersection that was told to us. So we're going to continue a little further east until we find one of these. But let's talk about it for a second. What's the red light mean? The red light means stop. What's the yellow light? Means yield. You should indicate that you are getting ready to slow down, because that light is going to turn red and then green, obviously, we go. We're out here talking about the blue light. The blue light that is located directly on top of a traffic signal. This is called a red verification indicator. This is called a red light verification indicator. So what this allows is for anywhere within that intersection for that light to be observed that it is red. For example, look ahead of us right now. I'm here at Colonial approaching Orange Blossom Trail. We are in the right travel lane. Directly above the red light to the far right and to the red light to the far left, there are blue LED indicator lights that are actively lit right now and can be observed anywhere within that intersection. You can barely see it on my dash cam here, and unfortunately, once we go through it, it is going to turn. But what this light does is it allows this intersection to be enforced from anywhere in the intersection. You might be going, well, Steve, why is it so difficult for you? Why can't you just sit where you can watch it? Because sometimes the enforcement of what you're trying to watch, I won't be able to get there. It might be easier for me to sit on the other side of the light to where I could pull out safely, then get you. But also, let's look at the light real quick. So you see that little knob on top of it? And even the red one on the other opposite direction is on, the blue light. So, I have an idea, guys. I have an idea. Let's pull into this parking lot right quick. Maybe, just maybe, we can get a good shot of them. I think this is going to work. So, you see that light? It's on, the blue light right now. The furthest left traffic signal on the closest traffic post that's to us, that's faced the opposite direction, there is a slight blue light lit on top of that. Now, Florida law requires me to observe the violation myself, meaning if I was in traffic court, the judge or an attorney could say, well, Trooper Montiero, you stopped my client for running a red light. Did you observe that light red? And if I'm sitting on this side of the intersection without the blue light, and if the light turns red, and all the other traffic stuff, you blow through it, let's be real. I know that the light was red. But it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. And in courtroom, there is no, well, I know it was red. Well, sir, how do you know? Well, just because the traffic signals. Well, did you physically see the light red? No, Your Honor, I did not. Dismissed. So that's why these blue lights are here. The blue light is synced to the same wiring, same harness, the same computer that the red light is. So if you've got your fan and your light at home on the same switch, what happens? When you flip that switch, they both turn on simultaneously. The same thing occurs right here. When that red light goes on, the blue light turns on simultaneously and can be observed anywhere in the intersection. Now, I do not need to physically see the red light in order to write the ticket. Also, it's safer for me to sit on the opposite side, so when the violation occurs, I'm not pushing my way into traffic and I already got you. Instead of having to be on the exact same side that you're on in order to then fight the traffic. Does that make sense? So these blue lights are not at every intersection. Some are brighter than others. They're strategically located in different areas, usually in extremely large or busy intersections. You'll see stuff like that. But in an intersection like this, Orange Blossom Trail and Colonial, the blue lights are here. And if you're able to drive through this area or even see it, I know the quality of the camera is not the best, but every red light at this intersection has a red light verification blue light on it. So every light can be enforced out here. Now, that's not to say that the other lights can't be enforced, but what would happen is exactly what we just got done explaining. I would have to visually be able to see that that light is red in order to enforce it. Does this sound familiar to something else we've talked about? Remember the topic wheel witness? Why it's so important for a law enforcement officer to have a wheel witness in a DUI case, right? Or even if it's just a crash. If you observe something like that, that's why it's so important for you to provide that information. Because a crash can occur, it happened, and as a trooper, I respond to it. But if I physically, the investigating crash trooper, cannot put that driver behind the wheel, whether by my own testimony or a witness's testimony, I have no case. So the same thing is here, except an easy piece of technology is my witness, and it's always there, and it can be seen 360 degrees in any direction, allowing that intersection to be enforced and pretty much probably the reduction in traffic crashes there. So if you're joining us this morning, we were originally out at John Young Park, Colonial, I keep saying John Young, Colonial Drive in 408 in our downtown Orlando area, looking for these blue lights that are on top of the intersection. We didn't find it there, but keep it in the same zip code. We just scooted a little further left, a little further west, and we found those lights right at Orange Blossom Trail in Colonial, so just about a half mile west. And what did we learn today? We learned that those are red light traffic verification indicators, or however you want to piece that title together, but that's what they are. They are wired in sync with the red light so that when the light is red, the blue light is illuminated, and therefore a law enforcement officer can enforce that intersection. And it allows other drivers, if you're knowledgeable, to know, hey, that light's red over there even though I can't see it. All right? So thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Make sure you're staying up to date with all the traffic information. You've got the Pinpoint weather app for your forecast. It just went over a complete rehaul and is really awesome. You can customize anything that you want with it. We do have 50% greater chances of rain throughout the week, so be aware of that. Tropics are crazy. We have 3 storms out there currently. Meteorologist Candace Campos making sure you have everything you need to know. These type of questions I get really excited about because look, what did we learn today? Someone out there learned what these blue lights were. Out on Wednesday, you are not going to want to miss Wednesday's stream, as I will have the Orlando Police Chief Eric Smith in the truck with me, Results One, talking about what it's like being the police chief of the greater Orlando area. And, of course, some 4th of July safety leading up to fireworks at the fountain at Lake Eola Thursday. Listen, you guys, I won't be in the morning show on Thursday, but I will be out at that lake all day long with you guys from about noon till probably 10 o'clock at night. So come by, say hi. Results One will be there. Take pictures of it. Don't touch it because she'll be clean. Yeah, let's have a great day. Wear your seatbelts, please. Don't run any red lights. And now we know what the blue lights are. And look at that. There's one right here at Princeton and John Young. You guys have a great day. Drive safely. Love you guys. Be blessed.